Welcome back. This is Brandon from Alt4.co, and this is the week in review for week 45, November 7th through the 11th, 2022. So on this program, I recap what the week was all about with Alt4.co, and so here's what we got. On Monday, I have a podcast that's talking about voting, since that is the subject du jour this week. I'm not real big into politics, but anytime I can throw in a vote for forced disruption, I will. We have something called the Oregon Voters Guide, and in my experience, it's unique. Now, I haven't lived in a lot of places, but we didn't have anything like this in South Carolina. So I cover what's in it and some techniques for how to analyze voter candidates and issues. And I know most of you probably don't live in Oregon and the election's over and everything, but hopefully you'll find it somewhat entertaining anyway, if not downright educational. And I think some of the techniques you can use in your own states and jurisdictions if you have access to the kind of information that I'm talking about. On Tuesday, I have a review of the book Taste by Stanley Tucci. This was actually the June Left Coast Culinary Book Club selection. I've had it since May, but the truth is we were busy. We were gone in Barcelona when they had the meeting, and then we moved on to the next books, and I'm trying to read multiple books at the same time, so I didn't get around to it till now, and so I give my opinions on it. I'm not a big fan of it, truthfully, spoiler alert, but you can read what I wrote about it. On Wednesday, I talk about apple cider, so I was very excited. This is a long-held fantasy fulfilled, picking apples off my own tree, juicing them, and making cider out of it. I still haven't decided exactly what to do with the cider yet. It was a lot of work, so I don't necessarily want to just not give it the homage that it's due, right? Anyway, so I talk about using the cider press, making cider, and that sort of stuff. Thursday, on Tactical Thursday, I'm talking about 357 Magnum ballistics data again. And I'm finally starting to get to the point where I'm actually collecting data using the chronograph, but that data collection then allows me to compare and contrast various loads that I've done over the years. And quite frankly, I stopped reloading for several years because I really just felt like I didn't have enough data to justify keeping on, in that I was making these loads, but I really had no idea about their true performance. I mean, velocity is only one measurement, but velocity and accuracy are two the important things that you can look at the range. And so now starting to gather that data and really get some meaningful information out of it. Like, I can now say with confidence, this powder is better than this powder with this combination for this circumstance. And that's important if you're going to reload. Then finally on Friday, it's Atlas Shrugged again. This is part 2, chapter 9, and it's titled The Face Without Pain or Fear or Guilt. And the chapter itself has an interaction between the characters, a confrontation, I would say. And Francisco is trying to convince Dabney that the looters are going to win if you keep working. And I immediately identified with that in that I talk about an experience that I've had in my career and how that all relates. So you can read that. I think it's actually pretty good. It definitely made me understand the point that he was making there. So with that, make it a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next week.